become the body and blood of your Son, our Lord Jesus Christ, at whose command we celebrate this Eucharist. On the night he was betrayed, he took bread and gave you thanks and praise. He broke the bread, gave it to his disciples, and said, "Take this, all of you, and eat it. This is my body, which will be given up for you."
At the Last Supper, Christ instituted the Blessed Sacrament. The following day, he offered himself as the victim sacrificed at Calvary. The Eucharist is a perpetual memorial of that sacrifice. At the words of the priest, Christ obediently comes down to transform bread and wine into his body and blood. Bread and wine are then consumed as a sacrificial offering, reenacting continually the sacrifice first made at Calvary.
When supper was ended, he took the cup. Again he gave you thanks and praise, gave the cup to his disciples, and said, "Take this, all of you, and drink from it. This is the cup of my blood, the blood of the new and everlasting covenant. It will be shed for you and for all, so that sins may be forgiven. Do this in memory of me."
It is a dogma of the Catholic Church that Christ is present in the Blessed Sacrament, body, blood, soul, and divinity. Today, most Catholics do not believe in the dogma of the real presence of Christ in the Eucharist. The Eucharist is known as the sacrament of love. Infinite love is shown when God comes down to earth in the Eucharist to offer himself to the creatures he has made. The Eucharist is the great mystery of faith. Man has the privilege of being able to visit God present in the Blessed Sacrament. In Holy Communion, the human being receives God's kiss. What has happened since 1965, when the Virgin Mary said, less and less importance is being given to the Eucharist. Reverence for the Eucharist has lessened. Now people talk in church as at the marketplace. Benediction has become rare. Altar rails have been removed. Holy Communion is no longer received kneeling, but standing. The devout practice of receiving communion on the tongue is being gradually discontinued. Now communion is received in the hand. The Eucharist is no longer reserved for the consecrated hands of the priest. Now laymen have the keys to the tabernacle. New altars have been built in front of the old altars. Today, as the priest stands facing the people, he turns his back on God present in the tabernacle. As love of God diminishes, so does reverence for the Eucharist. The apparitions ended at Garabandal in 1965. Since that year, there has been a long interlude. Now, as the world enters the third millennium, 3 events will bring the apparitions of Garabandal to a supernatural finale. First, a worldwide mourning. Second, a miracle at the Pines. Third, a chastisement. God's throne is founded on judgment and justice.